Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom deadline stream ahead of double game week 28. As you can see already in the chat, we do have a poll kicking about for the best captain because I feel it could be quite split this week. There could be some very controversial decisions, so do get your vote in for potentially the best captain of the week. We are live on both YouTube and on TikTok, so if you are on TikTok, the best thing that you can do is come over to the YouTube stream. You get to see my team on screen a little bit later. There is a poll going around and the chat does move a little bit slower. So if you do have any general questions about your team this week, do come over to the YouTube stream and yeah, just ask away. Ask any questions that you want this week. Also, my team reveal will be happening a little bit later and around 9:30 we will be doing team reviews as well. So if you want to send me your team to be reviewed live on the stream, at FPLTom_ on Twitter, leave it under the pinned tweet, and yeah, that's it. We'll review your teams a little bit later. But yeah, do keep the questions coming in, guys. Keep the likes coming in as well on both streams, and keep the questions flowing because we will try to answer as many as we can before the deadline and try and help you guys out this game week. Jokes Let's Do in the YouTube chat says, "Hello Tom, you absolute lemon." Thanks for that one, mate. I appreciate that. FPL Josh is in the chat as well. Got some regulars flying in. Cheers, guys. Appreciate that. If you need any help this week, let me know. Do I bench Maddison, Watkins, Palmer, Saka, or Son? Probably Maddison would be the one that I'd bench out of that one. How would you recommend Branthwaite or Moreno to start? Did Moreno start in midweek? If Moreno started midweek, then I'd be going Branthwaite. Just with Digne being back. Cheers for the follow, Harry. Appreciate that. Toby, a regular of these TikTok streams. He says, "Morning, mate. I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well." Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Like I said, we will try to answer as many as we physically can. I did KDB, Tony, Gordon, and Haaland out for Son, Bowen, Solanke, and Morris. Yes, I'm stupid. Okay. Mate, you haven't seen my team yet. You haven't seen what we're about to cook, to be honest. It's not going to be good. You haven't seen what we're about to unleash, really. Oh, dear. It might be some similar players. Let's just put it that way. And then there might be the captaincy shout as well. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Right. Let's go and take a look at how my team is looking at the moment. So if you're on TikTok and want to come over and see my team on screen right now, go to the profile, like the main page, and then there'll just be a button that just takes you straight to this team. I sent my team. Cheers for that, Jason. Someone's asked me Captain Solanke. It's a bit of a difficult one because the fixture's unbelievable. But obviously, he was in pain last week. And then this week, he's not really trained properly. So you feel with the games being in such short like succession of each other that he actually might not see one of the games out or might see like 60 minutes of one and then, you know, maybe not the other. So it's a bit like, I don't know, it's a bit hard to say yes to captaining someone that you're not 100% sure is going to get like 180 minutes. So, but it is a good double. Sheffield United are very poor. He could do, you know, a goal and assist in 90 minutes. Very easy. Semenyo captain. I mean, he's probably going to play, so why not? Richard has said, triple captain on Solanke for me. Gotta go for it. Why not, man? Why not? George Kent is in the YouTube chat as well. Hi, hey, man. How you doing? Are you doing Morris captain? I think we are. We're going to get Haaland out. I'm pretty set on the transfers, to be honest. We're going to get Haaland out. We're going to get Senesi out. And we're going to get Pedporo in. And we're going to get Morris in. Because we're not free hitting next week. We'll have a pretty strong team. All we need to do next week then is Foden for Son. Done. We've got a very strong team. I'm very happy with that. So, yeah. It is what it is. But, yeah, that's how the team's looking. And I think I'm pretty set on the transfers as well. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, be sure to give it a like. That's massively appreciated by me, both on TikTok and on YouTube. And also, we are extremely close to 3.5k. We nearly hit it on last week's stream. We're going to hit it this stream. I'm pretty confident we're going to hit it this stream. So if you do enjoy any of the content that you see on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you want to drop us a follow on TikTok as well, that would be appreciated. Clive at a differential. Yeah, I'm not too keen on him, to be honest. I'm not really keen on any of the Bournemouth or Luton midfielders. None of them scream quality to me, so yeah. Cheers for the follow, Luke. Appreciate that. Thoughts on Chong? Again, very, very much the same thoughts, to be honest. I'm not keen on the midfielders. I'm just not like... One of them is going to score at some point, but predicting who that's going to be is a little bit difficult. So I'm not overly keen on any of them. Thoughts on triple captain Solanke? Yeah, I said about this with just general captaincy. I'm a little bit scared of his minutes. There's the scab comment. Love it. Yeah, I'm just a little bit scared of it, so I'm not going to go for it, I don't think. Tavernier is going to do well. Watch. I mean, why not? Like, but he's only got 4 goals and 2 assists this season. Like, it just feels like everyone's kind of hyping up these midfielders. Same with Cliverton. They're just a bit mid. They're not Solanke. They're not a Morris. These are the players that are consistently getting points, getting attacking returns, and picking up good data. Everyone else, like the midfield picks, they're not. They're just a bit flat, really. You know what I mean? Mr. Blanky, hey, what's going off? Louise as well. Welcome back to the chat. Let's jokes. Let's do. Oh my days, you can tell I'm a little bit tired today. He said, "What's up, Tom?" No, he didn't. He said, "I love your channel so much." I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate that. We will get there. I will start to kick into gear and wake up a little bit. Right, let's see what questions I've been missing in the YouTube chat. Like I said, if you are on TikTok and want to come over to the YouTube stream, we are trying to hit 5K by the end of the year on YouTube. It is possible. It's very possible that we could do it this season, but we do need your guys' support. So if you do enjoy the content that you see or want to come and support me on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Massively appreciated by me. Hi, Tom. Take a look at my team. Areola, Saliba, Gabriel, Doherty, Havertz, Foden, Palmer, Tavernier, Semenyo, Haaland, and Morris. Any changes I should make? No, I think that's a very good team, mate. Very happy with that. Why are you playing Senesi? Just wonder because I have him on my bench. Oh, I've not made my transfers yet, but he's coming out for Ped Porro. So there you go. That's that one. By the way, who should I captain? For me, captaincy picks this week, I think are the ones that I put in the chat. I really like Saka as a good pick. Brentford are bottom for XG conceded over the past 5 weeks. Arsenal have been cooking, but it always falls into that hot hand fallacy. Is that going to continue? Probably not. So take it with a pinch of salt. Like, Arsenal might lose that game. They've not got a great record against Brentford. But yeah, that's potentially one. Solanke's another. Obviously, you are then playing into the injury doubts. Haaland, like, his data's been absolutely unreal since returning from injury. I think he is due a mega haul at some point. Same with Phil Foden, pretty good data. Other than that, there's some rogue shouts as well. Carlton Morris is the one that's currently got my eye, and I think we might go for it. Why not? Have a little bit of fun. But yeah, and then any of the other doublers, they're also, like, not bad picks, but I think Solanke and Morris are my top 2 if I was to go for a doubler. Are you alright? John's asking me if Ayu's alright. I have no idea, John. I don't look at I'm after what he did, I'm never seeing Jordan Ayew again. Start Saka or Gordon. Fantasy Football Hub recommend me to bench Saka for Gordon. Why is that? I mean, they might be smoking some strong stuff over there, but I would not be doing that. I know Newcastle. Is it a home game for Newcastle? Like, his record at home is absolutely unbelievable, so that might be the reason. Mr. Blanky has said sell Walker or Estepinian and buy Doherty or Reguilon. I probably would be more tempted to sell Estepinian. I know he had a rest midweek, but he's just been, like, really, really difficult, hasn't he? To, like, predict when he's going to play. Barkley or Gross? Probably Barkley. Palmer or Gross? I'd probably go Palmer. Havertz or Kudus? It depends if you need a player for Gameweek 29. If you're free hitting, Havertz might not be a bad shout. I dropped Gross for Morris. Foden is top for shots among all players over the past 5 game weeks. He's actually cooking. Saka has 21 goal involvements in just the Prem. Exactly. Fully ready to take a -4. Already done Colwell to Doherty. Am I reviewing teams? Yes, I am reviewing teams, Jason. If you want to send me your team, either on TikTok or on YouTube, The best thing that you can do is leave it under my pinned tweet on Twitter at FPLTom. Leave it under there, and we will review those in around 20 to 25 minutes. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Barkley over Palmer for game week 28 and game week 29. Also, thoughts on captain. I mean, that's not the worst move in the world, so go for it. And thoughts on captain Morris over Solanke. I'm currently thinking it. It's not the best double for Luton, but it's a double. And I'm a little bit concerned with Bournemouth's defence. How are they actually going to get on without Senesi? He's played pretty much every single Premier League minute for them, right? I know obviously he came off and they lasted like 90 minutes without, well, 80 minutes, sorry, without him the other day. But that's against Burnley. Burnley are poor. They're a really, really poor side. So it would be interesting to see how they actually fare on in this game week. But it could be a trap. It could be a big trap. Question, will Emerson start for West Ham? I'll go and look at some Draft Town teams for you in a bit. Odegaard is going to cook, hopefully so. Got me a nice little attacking return at Monday night last week. I appreciated that one from him. Newcastle are away to Chelsea, right? Well, I don't know why they recommend Anthony Gordon then. Bit of a weird one. When am I checking teams? Probably be about past, like I said. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's only for illness, and that was just because he was mentioned on Monday, but I think he's fine now. But by Doherty or Reguilon, I think I prefer Doherty. Like I said, Brentford are bottom for XG conceded. Not a good fixture this week. Could be absolutely pummeled. Odegaard, Maddie, Bailey, Saka, Garnacho, bench. Probably Maddison. Or Bailey. Actually, Bailey. Sold Walker, Virgil, Martinelli for Bowen, Emerson and Robinson. Robinson is a good shout. He was one of the other players I was looking at before Ped Porro obviously came in. Son is going to cook. I do have a feeling Son is going to cook, and I am a little bit afraid not having him, but it is what it is. We've made our choices. We're here. Haaland for Morris from -8. That seems a little bit extreme. What's going off there? Luton have more to play for, though. Tough fixtures for Bournemouth. I don't think they're tough fixtures for Bournemouth. Luton do have a lot more to play for. They definitely need these points. Semedo, Cliver, Tavernier could be good replacements for Solanke. I mean, Solanke's not been, ruled out. So, yeah. I'm saying 4-2 for Villa, by the way. All right, nice. We'll get on to my score predictions in a little while. Salah might cook too. Salah very easily could cook too. I think if you are potentially on a free hit next week, Salah might not be the worst transfer in. Just saying. Obviously played limited minutes in the Europa League, but he is back. Haaland/Darwin to Morris from -4. Probably more Darwin. Yeah, I'd be up for that. Do you think I bring Morris in for Haaland if I plan on free hitting in 29? It depends when you wildcard in. I'd say it's more dependent on when you wildcard in. For me, I'm not free hitting, so it makes perfect sense. But we'll wait and see. Bournemouth should keep a clean sheet past Sheffield United, but we have been better away from home. I mean, how do you find better away from home? You're pretty abysmal home and away, Sheffield United. There's no there's no oh, well, we did all right in this result. I know you beat Luton, but that's about it. Jeez, come on, guys. You're one of the worst teams in Premier League history. Do you think Foden will play well? Yes. Had a nice rest midweek. He's absolutely cooking and flying at the moment. Who would you captain? I'm thinking Morris. I'm sat here and I'm thinking Morris. So it is what it is. Haaland for Morris. I think that's the move that I'm going to make, Jensen. Is Saka well? Yeah, I haven't seen that he's not well anywhere. It wasn't announced in any press conferences. So I think he should be back and fine. Should be back and fine. I don't want a free hit in 29. Can you have a look at my team if I send it you and think, yes? We're here to review teams as always, guys. It will be on the Twitter. So leave it under there at FPLTom_. Leave it under the pinned tweet. Let me actually load that up for you guys so you can see where you need to put it. So if you come to this tweet right here, it will be the pinned one. And all you have to do, like everyone else is doing here, just leave it under there. And, Bob's your uncle, Nelly's your aunt, you're in. As well, it does help to follow me. Sometimes they don't quite peer through. So, yeah, if you do obviously want your team reviewing, just do that. But I think we're going to make our transfers. I do think we're going to make our transfers. Is Saka available? I believe so. I've not seen anything saying like he's definitely out, so I think he's fine. Hey Tom will be dropping in and out of the stream. Morris captain for the win. Let's go, boy. Yeah, no worries, man. I appreciate it's probably like stupid o'clock over there. So thank you for dropping by. Do appreciate that as always. I appreciate all my subscribers, but the ones that stay up late at night, you know who you are. You know who you are. What time of the deadline you're comfortable with? What time of FPL deadline you comfortable with? I don't know what that means, Pranav. You're going to have to explain that one to me again, pal. Do you think Solanke will start? I do. Last week he didn't train at all and still played. This week he's been training sporadically and not featuring in all training sessions. So I think he's going to play, but I don't think he'll see out like 180 minutes across both games. Do I play Neto or Foden? Foden all the way. Hey, Jeff. What's cracking, man? You good? Morris over Solanke captain. That's currently what I'm leaning towards. It's bold. It's very bold. But you know what? We're here for a bit of fun. We're here for a bit of fun. Like, we do obviously want to get into that top 100k. That is the goal by the end of the season. But it's just a bit of fun. It is just a bit of fun. Speaking of goals, we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel by the end of the season. We should hit 3.5k. But yeah, we'll see what happens today. We'll see what happens. Drop those subscriptions, guys, on YouTube and the follow on TikTok. Do I like 11 a.m. streams or late streams? Well, there's like 3 types of streams, isn't there? So there's these early morning ones, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it gets me up and out for the day, if you know what I mean. I have preferred the other ones, but like then you're awake at like, well, by the time you finish, it's like 1:30. So like your day's pretty much gone, if that makes sense. Like I'm already then into like the second half of the day. And then the evening streams are pretty cool. They're pretty chill. Like I usually have to book time off work, which is the negative, but other than that, it's pretty chill. Would you free hit in 29 if you can field 10 players for a -8? I mean, it depends who the 10 players are, to be honest, mate. Who do you think will manage Bayern next season? I mean, they're going to try their best to get Alonso, aren't they? They are going to try their best, but I don't think that will happen. But I think that will be their #1 target, to like poach him. But they seem a little bit of a shambles at the moment, to be honest. They really do seem a little bit of a shambles. Is Neto back for Wolves? I haven't seen anything, but you know what? Let's go and start digging for some team news, because we've had a few questions about team news. So let's go and take a look. Right. Gary O'Neill confirmed that Pedro Neto and Jose Sarr will be in the squad for game week 29 despite their half-time substitutions. Juan Hee-chan and Cunha are out. So they're going to be in the squad. So there's that little bit of news for you. There you go. What other ones were we looking for? Kieran Trippier is out for this week. Yeah. Is there any other ones that we were looking for? Let me know. Mikel Arteta is confident that Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli will be fit to face Brentford this week. There you go. That's the quote we were looking for Saka. Confident. Take that as you will. Take that as you will. Right, I think we're going to make our transfers. We're going to do it. I've been pretty set on them, so let's do them. Right. Senesi out. Porro in. Bosch. And then Haaland out. You know who's coming in. Morris. Bosch. Make transfers. Confirm transfers. La Bosch. We've done it. And we're just gonna do that. And we're gonna save it for now. This would be the second time I've captained Morris this season as well. For fuck's sake, Carlton. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? FPL MF said, hey, Tommy, I don't know what to do. Well, ask away, mate. We'll try and help you out. Tips to win my mini league. Try and plan ahead. Watch my videos. There's a good one. No, I think just watching content creation in general is going to probably help you to make more informed decisions. And I think as well, where there are weeks where you can go against Haaland, you know, there is weeks to potentially captain people. Like this week, there is an opportunity to go against Haaland. These are the weeks where certain people in your mini leagues will just play it safe. That's probably how you beat them. Why Porro to cover 29? Yes, Porro is in here to cover 29. That's what his job is for. Very attacking. I don't expect him to keep a clean sheet this week, but next week against Fulham, I'm pretty confident we're going to get Son in here as well, so I'm pretty happy with that. Tom, Willian or Adama for Fulham's win? Got to be Big Willie, mate. It's got to be Big Willie. Non-Haaland draft on the rise again. It is indeed. If I have Robertson, should I sell him to get Foden? No, because it depends what strategy you're on, John. But yeah, it depends what strategy you're on. Let me know what strategy you're on, and then maybe I can help you. Frank has sent me his team. He's got Areola, Turner, Gabriel, Doherty, Walker, 8 Nori, Lascelles, Martinelli, Richarlison, Foden, Gordon, Kudus, Solanke, Haaland, Watkins. That's my full squad. Any tips of game week 29 managing without a free hit? So you've got Kudus, Watkins 2, Richarlison 3, Doherty 4, Areola 5. Right. Okay, so probably one of the players I think you're going to need without managing it is probably going to be Son. So next week I reckon you could go for Son. Probably not worth it this week, so Son could be one. In terms of other players, maybe Morris this week. You obviously get the double this week. Then obviously you get a blank next week. So that's a pretty good one. You're getting like 3 fixtures. So those probably be the players that I would be looking to get in. Probably like a Morris and a Son. And then I think you could make do. Maybe another transfer next week or maybe another one. Maybe somebody like Anthony Elanga, Morgan Gibbs White could be decent pickups. In my random mini league, many people are captaining Saka, Haaland. All of them have Areola goalkeeper. Should I go for a different one to win the league? Is that correct? No. Like this is the thing. You don't have to be different to win the leagues. I think people forget this sometimes. You don't have to be different to do well at fantasy. I think there's obviously that misconception. It's those occasional weeks where you do go a little bit different one week, or you bring in certain players at the right times. Those are going to be the weeks. You don't have to go absolutely mental with your captaincy choice. You don't have to go mental with your transfers in. Stick with the majority of the players that are scoring well consistently, and you will do well. You will do well. And then there'll be that week where your one pick or your one captaincy pick will shine through, and when it does, that is when you take the lead. So at the moment, my advice would be stick with the players that are doing well. Don't be trying to be too different or think outside the box. Just enjoy it. Play with the players that are doing well. Have that 1 or 2 picks throughout the season that are going to be a little bit different. Like me, I went Odegaard over KDB, and it's worked out. It's gained me positive rank. This week we're going for Morris, potentially. It's still a potential, but this is what I'm talking about. It's just the odd picks rather than making a whole team completely different. It's keeping a solid structure as well. There you go. What's my thoughts on Andros Townsend? No, wouldn't bother. Wouldn't touch with a bar pole. Clivert captain? No, I'm not feeling it. Someone will absolutely pop off, and I've said no, but I'm just not feeling any of the midfielders. Hi Tom, new here. I'm surprised nobody's talking about Milos Kirksev. I've brought him in. He's a massive differential. Great shout, mate. He is a really good shout. Plays pretty consistently as well. So yeah, I think any Bournemouth defender is a pretty good shout, to be honest, this week, mate. So yeah, go for it. I think a lot of people are obviously focusing on Zabania. He has played 90 minutes every single week and just solid for 4.4 million. Just can't go wrong, to be honest. I think a lot of people did bank on Senesi like myself, and that one's just not really worked out. Do you think Bowen will return? I mean, he's on a pretty good run at the moment, so I hope so. And Burnley are pretty terrible. They've not scored in the past few ones. Morning, sir. Saka yellow on FPL. What's wrong with him? Went off ill at half-time against Sheffield United. But Arteta is confident that he'll be fine. So, yeah, you're all good, mate. You're all good there. Tom, will Chris Wood start again? I don't know. I've not really seen anything about Chris Wood. Start Estepinian or Porro? Porro. Put Chong on for a free transfer in game week 29. No, because the goal he scored was very fluky, if I remember off the top of my head correctly. So I'm not 100% convinced he's a good pick. Play KDB or Bowen? I'd go Bowen, you know. I'd go Bowen. KDB has had a full rest, though. Wood is back in the squad today and most likely on the bench. Well, thank you for that update, Richard. I appreciate that. Do keep the questions coming in, guys. Gordon or Palmer? I'd probably go Palmer. Thoughts on Semenyo? He's not a bad pick for this week, is he? Not captaincy worthy, but not a bad pick for the week. Cheers for all the likes, guys. Appreciate that. Like I said, we all hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season on YouTube. So if you do enjoy the content, be sure... Yes, I do. And it needs it. Benz. Let's go, baby. Right. Tony or Watkins? Watkins, 100%. Solanke or Saka captain? I mean, both are flagged. So, I think I'd probably go Saka. There we go, Saka just. Solanke TC, I think with him being a little bit of a doubt, I don't think it's necessarily worth it. Tony or Watkins? Like I said, Watkins all the way for me. Hi Tom, new here. Should I do Hwang out for Bowen or Dubravka out for Neto for a -4? Have Areola as my other goalkeeper and have Foden in my squad. Currently top 150k and been doing FPL for 3 years. Well, welcome to the channel, Luca. Appreciate your comment, man. Hwang out for Bowen. I'd do Hwang out for Bowen, to be honest, mate. I think that's more a viable transfer. I personally don't like taking minuses for goalkeepers. Areola's got a pretty good fixture anyway this week. And I wouldn't be afraid to play Foden. Like I said, he's absolutely killing it at the moment. So, yeah, go for it, man. Thoughts on Luton's Ogbena? No. Again, this is what I mean. Outside of Morris and Doherty, I'm not too keen on anyone. Ross Barkley's putting up pretty good data. Can I turn my mic up? Working in the kitchen. Oh, for you, mate. Yeah, sure. Give me a second. Is it a bit down? It is down. I hate when it does this. There we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry if my mic was down on YouTube. It's now booming. We're back to booming. There we go. What's your plan about getting Haaland back? Wildcard. There we go. 31 or I think 30 or 31 or 32 will be wildcarding to get Haaland back in. So yeah, that'll be the plan with that one. I know it's a long way away, but what is your rough thoughts about selling Watkins in game week 31? It's an interesting one because obviously I've seen like Newcastle have got a really good fixture run at that point. So obviously, yeah, that might be an option. But there's some other good teams like kicking about with really good fixtures at that point as well. So there might be the option to potentially sell Watkins. They've got City, they've got Arsenal in those few weeks as well. Do have Brentford and Bournemouth dotted around in there, but the run is pretty tricky. But Ollie Watkins this season does seem a little bit unstoppable. So, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. Maddison or Bailey on the wild card? Probably more towards Maddison. What's the minimum number of outfield players you'd say we'd need for 29? I'm looking at 6 or 7 with a hit. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think 6 or 7's fine. Have you done team reviews? No, we'll do those in about 5 minutes. So this is the last chance. Get your team reviews in. If you want your team reviewing, get it in. At FPL_Tom_. Leave it under my pinned tweet. And yeah, we will start reviewing those in 5 minutes time. George Kent has said ASMR, please. Well, if you want some ASMR, George, we've gone for Colin Morris this week as captain. There you go. Is that good enough? Anton's in the chat as well. Hey man, how you doing? 1:30 in the US. Poof. Louise, man, get yourself to bed. Get yourself to bed. Come on. Darwin Slanky for a -4. Yeah. Alright, go for it. Be honest, don't you think it's about time Mansfield got promoted? Yes. Yes. Yeah, it is about time. That's just whispering. That's all ASMR is. Start Porro or Dalot. Never back the early kickoff, so let's go Porro. Havertz a good shout. Depends what strategy you're on, but he is pretty decent. Thoughts on Semenyo for a punt this week? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. For a punt this week, I like it. Gabriel or Lamptey? I'll be going Gabriel, mate. Pranav, I've sent my team on Twitter. Brilliant stuff. Appreciate that, man. 3 PM in India. What part of India are you from, Pranav? What part? Are you to haul this week? Mate, if it happens, it happens. It'll fully do it against Luton as well. He's ready to cook. Jake said took a -4 for Solanke and for Haaland. It's not the worst move. It's not the worst move. Bench, Pedro, Neto, Garnacho or Foden. Pedro Neto's a doubt. Well, not a doubt. But he's fine to play, but I probably would bench him over the other two. I prefer the other two. Yeah, let's go. I want to join on the Haaland to Morris move. Join me then. It's Morris season V2, baby. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Come on. It's Morris season V2. That's what we're all about here. But I don't want to be that. George, you ain't copying. You ain't copying. No one's going to tell. It's fine. I'll keep your secret safe. It's fine. It's definitely not being broadcast. It's not being broadcast out, but I'll keep it fine. Triple captain Solanke or save the chip. I think with him potentially being a little bit of a doubt, or at least not potentially going to see out, I think personally 180 minutes, probably would save it. There's going to be another double in 34 and then again in 37. Start Saliba, KDB or Van Dijk. Probably Saliba, mate. Should I play Gordon or Palmer? I'm slightly leaning more towards Palmer for me. Wait, is this not on the private one to the stream? Nice. Only just realised there is 2 FPL Toms on Twitter and followed the wrong one. Yeah, I know. There's a bigger one than me, but we'll outdo him eventually. I think we've got a bigger following on like TikTok and YouTube, so we'll get him. Team reviews will be done in 2 minutes' time, so do get them sent in if you want your team reviewing. Should I play Botman or Livramento? Who've Newcastle got this week? They've got Chelsea away. Depends who your other defenders are, Joe. Let me know. When am I planning on wildcarding? 30, 31 or 32, depending on the team. We won't tell George what happens on the stream stays on the stream. Exactly. That's the motto. That's the motto. Show us your team. If you come over to the YouTube stream, it is on screen right now, but I'll read it out for you. We've got Areola, we've got Gabriel, we've got Doherty. We brought in Pedporo. We've got Foden, we've got Odegaard, we've got Bowen, we've got Saka, Colton Morris with the armband, Watkins and Solanke. What time's it here? I mean, I'm in the UK and it's 9:34 currently. There you go. Rami on the hotel Wi-Fi said, yo, how you doing, mate? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good too. Clean sheet for Newcastle is unpredictable. All depends on Chelsea. It does. It depends what Chelsea turns up, doesn't it, really? Right, let's go and start reviewing some of your guys' teams ahead of double game week 28. Like I said, guys, lots have been sent in, so we will try and get through as many as we possibly can. If you do want your team, send it in. Do leave it under this pinned tweet. That's the best way you can do it. At FPLTom_. Leave it under this pinned tweet here, right on screen. And yeah, we will review those for you guys. Let me know what you think of the new thumbnail design. We went for like this blue, lighter outline. And you know what? I'm kind of a fan of it. Right, let's start off with FPL Aguero. He said, hey, hi Tom, how's your day been? Can you rate my team, please? 2 free transfers. Currently thinking Haaland to Muniz, thoughts. Unsure on the second free transfer. What do you think? Also, who to bench? Can field 9 in blank game week 29 with a -4. Current chip strategy is wildcard 30, 31. Free hit 34. Bench boost 37. Thanks. Yeah, okay, right, let's take a look. I mean, in terms of transfers, like, the defense isn't great. Like, that is a pretty shoddy defense. And if you wanted another player that could play this week and has a double, maybe taking, like, someone like Estepinian out for Doherty might not be the worst move in the world. Gives you another player there. Muniz, I do like as a player, but I've seen that Raul Jimenez should be back for game week 29, so that potentially could impact his minutes. I think if I was to go for someone, though, probably would be Colton Morris. Up front. But I do like the Luton defenders as well. Fulham defenders are a good shout if you're looking for that second transfer as well in defence. So there you go, mate. Right, what else we got? We got Gunners FPL. He said Garnacho to Barkley done. Is Virgil to Adoji worth a -4? If I don't do it this week, I will bring him in next week for a hit anyways. Doing Solanke to Watkins as well next week. You know what then? If you're doing it next week, I mean, it would mean you triple Spurs, but you've got no Villa players, so yeah, go for it. If you're going to do it next week, you might as well do it this week. You got the doubles to kind of cover it off, so hopefully that one works out for you there, my friend. Who to bench and who to start? Good question. Kabore, I don't think is going to feature, so I'd swap Foden in for Kabore. I know he's obviously got the double on paper, but he's just not been playing games, so that would be the transfer that I'd do there. Well, not transfer, but the player I'd bring in there. Foden in for Kabore. I know he's got the double, but he just doesn't play. So yeah, that's what I'd do there. Getting in early, as I might be only able to join the stream in the second half. Well, hopefully you're here, Shane. I hope you're appreciating everything. One transfer made, Morris, and he's captained him. Absolutely love that from you, my friend. Gusto is a player that's been very, very good on the old XA over the past few weeks. He's a player that I'm looking on the wild card to potentially go and get. Rest of the team, looking pretty good. No complaints there. Sportcat has said, thinking of selling Gordon to a Luton or Bournemouth mid, but which one? Barkley, Chong, Tavernier, then bench one of KDB or Foden if I do that move. For KDB or Foden, like, we're really like prioritising this double for a team, and like a lot of those players are screaming quality. For me, it probably would between Barkley and Tavernier. And it depends on your chip strategy. Obviously, Barkley features next week. So if you need a player for next week, Barkley. Yeah. I'm not keen on recommending either of these two players. But I'm slightly leaning more towards Barkley than Tavernier. 2 free transfers. What should I do? FPL Tom. Alright. So Trippier's out injured. It depends on your chip strategy. This is the thing. It's really difficult to like help people if I don't know what you're planning. If you're planning a free hit, have some fun this week. So maybe someone like a Zabania or a Doherty in for Trippier. And then in terms of other transfers, I can see you've got Haaland captain, so maybe you're a little bit reluctant to get him in. Then maybe it might be Juan He-Chan in for someone. Again, dependent on chip strategy, really. One of the midfielders we've mentioned. Maybe Tavernier, maybe Barkley are probably my 2 favourites, but like I'm not overly keen on them. I'm going to have to recommend Carlton Morris as always, but it depends on your chip strategy there, Joel, mate. If you could let me know what that is, that might give me a little bit of a better indication. If you're on TikTok and wondering actually what the hell is going off, we are reviewing teams currently on the YouTube stream, so if you do want to come over to that and subscribe to the channel and send me a team, it's all good stuff, and you will get it reviewed live on the YouTube stream. We've got 1 free transfer, wildcard in 34. Got my eye on Kirkez and Morris. What should I do? Loads in the bank. Go for it. I like both of those moves. I really do. Go for it. Haaland out, Kirkez in. Do it. Done. Kez has said free hit next week. Okay, that gives me a little bit more. So you can have some fun with this. All right. Triple Captain Solanke's a bold one, especially when we don't really like know that he's definitely going to play like both games or feature in both games. But you know what, mate? Have some fun, enjoy it. Hopefully it works out for you. Personally, for me, I wouldn't be using the triple captaincy chip this week with him not kind of being in full trading. It's a little bit sparse, but we'll see what happens. Fraser has sent me his team. He's got Areola, Shaw, Gabriel, Bradley, Foden, De Bruyne, Bailey, Saka, Haaland, Watkins, and Solanke with the armband. Probably would be looking to take Bradley out, my friend, if you're on a wildcard in the next few weeks. So probably Bradley would be one of the players that I would be taking out. I can see you've already used your free hit, so you need some players in for that week. Currently, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a little bit sparse for players next week, so probably want to look at maybe a Luton doubler. Watkins could be a really good... Not Watkins. So Morris, Doherty in the back line could be really good picks there. Both play next week. Both have a double this week. So they're pretty good shouts in terms of players. Son as well would probably be one of the players if I'm on a free hit or if I'm trying to just make it through next week. Him and Watkins for me would be the 2 top transfers I would be looking to go for if I'm not on a free hit next week. Those are the 2 players that I feel you need to have if you're not on that free hit strategy. Henry Robinson has sent me his team. He's got Neto, Lamptey, Saliba, Cash, Douglas Luiz, Foden, Trossard, Saka, Haaland, Solanke with the armband, and Watkins. It's a pretty good team, that, mate. I like that. I do like that. Yeah, I think I'd play Anthony Robinson over Cash, in my personal opinion, and over Lamptey as well. Lacking a Luton player. So maybe Lamptey out, one of the Luton boys in. I think Bell's still featuring in games. So keeps the money there, keeps it nice and tight at the back as well. That could be a decent little shout there for you. Right. What other teams have we got? Allgreat, already done. Richarlison to Bowen. Thinking about Haaland to Morris. I'm also likely not to free hit in 29. Probably wildcard in 30, 31. Any tips or other insights? Let's have a look for you, my friend. Yeah, I like the Morris move. Again, that would mean you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9 players. So yeah, you're very strong position. Then for the wild card, I rate that move, mate. Go for it. I'm all for that. I'm genuinely all for that one. Jason has sent me his team as well. He says, I've got 1 free transfer, but don't know who to bring in. Well, let's have a look at your team, Jason. Oh, it's been deleted. Well, I guess we won't look at Jason's team then. Here's Pranav. Hello, Tom. Have a nice day. You too, my friend. Dubravka, Lamptey, Gabriel, Doherty, Bailey, Bowen, Son, Saka, Haaland, Solanke, Darwin. Yeah, the bench. Bell isn't fit. There we go. Ruled that one out. I mean, Morris to Darwin could be a shout here, mate. I think that could be a pretty decent shout for you and your team. Obviously, no free hit available, so you're going to have to look for players. But currently, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4... Eesh. So yeah, you probably need another one here. 5. So Morris, pretty good shout for you and your team this week, mate. What other teams have we been sent in? Rami, he says 1 free transfer, but willing to do a -4. So many options. I like this. I like this with the away kits on it. It's good. It looks good, that, mate. Right. Looking for a -4, 1 free transfer. I mean, it depends what the free hit strategy is. You've got Doherty, you've got Barkley, so probably not going to recommend Morris. Foden on the bench is risky, but how else would you get him in? Ake would probably be the one that I probably would be looking to take out. Maybe for someone like Zabania this week. Could be a little bit of a decent shout. No Solanke is a little bit of a worry, so he probably would be a player, even though he's a little bit of a doubt for this week. I still think he is going to come away as one of the top scorers of the week. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. AA1 has sent me his team as well. Thank you for the follow. Like I said, guys, if you do send me a team and it doesn't quite pull through, because we do get those sometimes, do drop me a follow on Twitter. That does help out. Also, we are trying to reach 5k by the end of the season on YouTube. So if you do want to help me hit that goal, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're probably ridiculously close to 3.5k as well. So, yeah, let's go for it. I will answer some quick questions on TikTok as well. Like I said, if you're on TikTok, the best thing you can do is come over to the YouTube stream. The chat does move a little bit slower, so I can read through all your questions. Plus, you can see my team on screen, and you get to see the team reviews as well. Will Gross start? Should do, yeah. De Bruyne out. Stephen Quinn in. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Whose team was I doing? AA1. Here we go. Areola, Doherty, Gabriel, Bradley, Odegaard, Foden, Palmer, Saka, Haaland. Then he's got Solanke and Semenyo up top. All right, I rate that. I put Pedporo in over Bradley. And then I think this team's good to go, mate. Team is good to go. Anton has sent me his team. He said, should I replace Senesi or do I just roll the transfer? I was planning on getting rid of him in game week 32 and think that I could get around with it okay at the outcome if I don't replace him. Yeah, I mean, the team's pretty strong for this week, isn't it? You've already free hitted, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think you're fine then. I think you could roll this week. Take 2 into next week. See what the strategy is. If I was looking for a player, Robinson's not a bad shout. There you go. There's one that you potentially could go for. Jake has sent me his team. He says, do I play Neto? Do I -4 for another Luton defender? He does have the triple captain active, and it's on Dominic Solanke. Jake, get it on Morris. Get it on Carlton Morris. Come on. Get it on Carlton Morris. Do I take another one for a Luton defender? No. I wouldn't take the -4 for a Luton defender. I would play Neto, yes. And I rate that the triple captain's active, mate. I rate it. Rest of the team's looking good, though, bro. Oh, shit. That one went very fast. Who will I sell for game week 29? Good question. Who would you sell for game week 29? I mean, probably Haaland. Like, it is Liverpool this week, so yeah. There you go. If you're not free hitting, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, you can get away without not free hitting. So probably Haaland. Haaland for Morris. Join us, Louise. Join us. Cheers for the follow, lads. Appreciate that one. Liam Hamilton has sent me his team. He said, who do I bench for Zabania, Garnacho or Saliba? Probably Garnacho, although he did score the wonder goal against Everton earlier in the season. But yeah, I'd probably bench Garnacho. Roku has said Palmer or Douglas for this week. I probably would go Palmer, mate. I probably would go Palmer. Right, that is everyone's team so far. Like I said, guys, this is the pin tweet you want to leave your team under if you do want it reviewing throughout the rest of the stream. So if you do want to, send me a team on Twitter at FPLTom_, drop me a follow as well on there, and then obviously leave the team under there. We're close. We're closing in on 1,000 followers on Twitter. We've got a new header. Let me know what you think of that one. Like I said, we've switched up colour schemes. We've gone for this lighter purple with an outline of like a glow. So we'll see how that goes over the next few weeks. You probably don't give a shit. Right, let's have a look what questions we have missed while we was doing those. Can Porro play a full 90? I mean, I hope so. Apparently he's available. He's available. So we'll take that, whatever that means. Overall, 90k, nice voice break. 97k, Areola, Doherty, Gabriel, Adoji, Palmer, Son, Saka, Foden, Morris, Watkins, Solanke, don't know who to cap, Garnacho, super sub, up the Palace. I mean, Morris, mate. Go for Morris. No, I think Saka's a really good shout. Solanke, he is a good shout. And I am a little bit concerned about not going for him this week, to be honest. But yeah. 1:34 a.m. in the US, not sleepy, keep on going. Appreciate that, man. Ranked 5,303. Oh, well, I really appreciate that. Did your team, mate? We did your team. Cheers for sending me a team as well. I think we did it, Louise. Yeah, we did. Start Tony or Foden? I'd start Foden. Marcus, I think we did your team on the stream. Someone's asked me, how do we send our teams? All you have to do is drop me a follow on Twitter, leave it under the pinned tweet, and yeah, I'll review those. We'll do some more of those in a little bit. Solanke or Semenyo? It would be Solanke. That would be my question. When do you think is the time I can use the free hit / wildcards? Game week 29? I mean, it's dependent on your team and how it's looking for game week 29, so that obviously is going to be a popular week. Also, another popular week will be game week 34. A lot of blanks, a lot of doublers. The doublers, it's a lot of teams that you don't want to really own longer term. So that's why a lot of people will probably be free hitting that week. No, unfortunately, I can't see teams on Instagram because we're doing the TikTok stream on there. Don't have it signed in on the computer, so yeah, unfortunately not. Best time to wildcard for a bench boost? I mean, probably realistically, you want to be bench boosting on one of the doublers, so 34 or 37. So you could wildcard in 35, you could wildcard 30, 31, 32, set yourself up. Hi, bro. Just one quick question. Start Foden or Palmer? I think I'd go Palmer, mate, but it's going to be a tight one, that one. Rate my team: Areola, Doherty, Saliba, Emerson, Bruno, Saka, Palmer, Bowen, Munez, Haaland captain, and Watkins. It's pretty decent. There's some definite differentials in there that I like. But yeah. Would it be dumb to captain Bowen instead of Solanke? I mean, it's a good fixture, and he has been cooking. But obviously, West Ham did play European football midweek, so there might be a little bit of lag there. Hi, should I start Foden over Saka and Gross? I would over Gross, yeah. Got my Vice C on him. Yep. Can you review my team? Can you review mine? Yes, I can, if you've sent it me. But yeah, I think you deleted the tweet, mate. You deleted it, unless you've sent it me again. Jamie Smith sent me his, so we'll do his. I brought in Cliver in for Chan as a differential to Tavernier. Fair enough. I don't think Tavernier is that well owned either, so both are, you know, pretty under the radar. Love Morris has got the VC. Love it. Rest of the team is looking really good for this week, mate. But yeah, I think, Jason, you deleted the tweet, so it just wouldn't let me open the photo. So if you want to send it me again, that would be appreciated, mate. How we doing on the YouTube stream? What we looking like? All right, we got a decent number of likes in here. We're on 3.5k subscribers now as well. So let's keep that rocking, keep that ticking over. You know, that'd be nice if we could get some more in here. It would be appreciated. It would be appreciated. What's kicking off in the TikTok chat? What are you guys saying? KDB or Foden out for Gordon? Probably a little bit more KDB. I think he's been a little bit patchy at the moment. Foden's on fire. Zabania or Doherty, depends on your chip strategy. If you need a player for next week, Doherty is the better transfer. Cheers for sending me a team, Jay. We'll go and check that out in a minute. Haaland to Morris or Semenyo for a -4. I probably would be more leaning towards Morris. I think he's just a better player. Got penalties as well. You can always pick up a lucky one of those. Start Alvarez or Neto. Probably would go Neto. Probably would go Neto. I am a little bit concerned with the Morris captain. We might be going back to Solanke. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. There might like my thought process is changing throughout the stream. We might be going Solanke captain. I don't know. Got a midfield of... Oh, the wire's annoying. Got a midfield of Son, Saka, Barkley, De Bruyne. Thinking of doing KDB to Bowen. What do you think? I like it, especially if you're not on that free hit next week. Love you, Tom. No homo. Thanks for the help. Oh, love you too, man. Should I captain Semenyo or Haaland? I don't think Semenyo's captaincy worthy this week for me. Start Porro this week and take a -4 for Reguilon next week for the attacking potential of both, or take a -4 for Mengi this week. Gives me the extra fixture over the next two. Have Doherty already. I prefer the second strategy there, mate. Start Barkley or Foden, bro. Overall is around 56k. Well, that's very good. I mean, Barkley's got the double, but Foden is cooking. But like realistically, if you've got Barkley for this week, then play Barkley. Do you think Mbuemo will be back for next week? I think he's making positive encouragement, isn't he? So maybe, potentially. Can you review my team, please? Yes, we'll go and do some more of those in a little bit. David has said, hey, Tom, how's it going? It's going pretty decent, man. It's going pretty decent. George has sent me his team. Raya, who's not going to play this week, is he? Bradley, Taylor, Decore, Kovacic. This isn't your team. This isn't your team. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Never Sleep, thank you for the follow, man. Haaland out for Solanke. Yeah, why not? Go for it. I'd go for that. I could get on board with that. I could get on board with that. Kirkez or Zabania. I think Kirkez has the high, like slightly higher attacking data for this season. Let's go and take a look. We are on Fantasy Football Fix. I'm not sponsored by them. It's just a really good website. I use it all the time. Yeah, this is where like all the videos come from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bournemouth defenders. Here we go. Let's take a look at these guys. Zabania is outscoring Kirkez, and I mean the data is pretty miserable for both. Expected points are higher for Zabania over the past 5, so it's slim pickings, really, guys. It really is. There isn't like too much to differentiate them. Kirkez is now slightly cheaper than Zabania, but looking at the data here, like both of these guys are just a bit, yeah, a bit meh. Like I'm not overly convinced by either of them. You know what I mean? Both of them are pretty mid, to be honest. Pretty mid. Yeah. Right, let's take a look at what's cracking off in our YouTube chat. What do you mean? George, bro, I see your team. It's a lie. Playing a 3-5-2 with a midfield of Salah, Chong, Saka, Garnacho and Palmer. Should I bench one to sub in Watkins when my two strikers are currently Solanke and Morris? Probably, I think I would play Watkins over Garnacho for me. Is Origi and Bonlahor a bad shout? Shut up, George. Hey, did you see Stenhousemuir lost like to bottom of the league the other week? I was like watching it on Sky and I was like, oh my god, what the hell is going off here? Triple captain Solanke. I think with him being a doubt, probably not. Are there any other predicted double game weeks bar 37? 34 is the other one, like the major one. And then depending on where certain teams can go, like based on the progression in Europe and stuff like that, we could have like one team double game weeks in like 35, 36, kind of dotted around the place. Chong or Barkley a -4 and drop Louise. Yeah, sure, go for it. Pumped as well. Yeah, they got absolutely battered, didn't they? They got absolutely battered. Solanke or Semenyo? Solanke all the way for me. Solanke all the way. Right, I'm just going to put my laptop on charge. So give me a second. Wire. There we go. Do keep the questions coming in. Is it 11 o'clock the deadline today? Or is it 11:30? It's 11. Get in there. Get in there. Nice. What do you think of my custom kit, by the way, guys? It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Looks like a hashtag kit. Gibbs White in. I mean, if it means you get a player for next week, I think he's probably one that I am identifying as a potential transfer target for next week. Him and Alanga could be very sexy picks. Very sexy picks, baby. Sent my team. Cool. We'll go and check some of these out. It seems like we've had quite a few. Tom, who would you sell for game week 30 to get Salah back in? Saka or Son? At the minute, I'm thinking Saka. What's Arsenal's run like post? I mean, obviously they got City in 30, which is difficult. But then Luton in 31's great. He's really on form at the moment. Brighton as well. Could very easily see him doing something there. The Villa game's difficult. Wolves, Tottenham. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Oh, but then they've got Luton. Oh my. That's a toughie, mate. That is really, really a toughie. I think see how they both get on for the next few weeks. And obviously, international break's going to have a big impact on that as well. If one of them picks up a knock or, you know, that could also influence it. Maybe Son's late back from international duty, something like that. That could influence your decision. You captain in Morris. I'm having doubts. Let's put it that way. I think we might be switching to Solanke. Best captain out of Watkins, Saka, Morris or Solanke. I mean, the double for Bournemouth is absolutely outrageous. And if Solanke is going to be fit, I think he is the best option this week, isn't he? You know, Iriola's comments were a little bit sparse, but he said he feels fine. He's just not been in full team training. So take that what you will, really. It's one of those, isn't it? It's a really, really difficult one to kind of call, to be honest. But I think we might make the switch to Dominic Solanke. I think we might. Tony or Gibbs White. Who Forest got this week? Who have they got? Oh yeah, Gibbs White all the way. Saliba, Luis Diaz or Gordon. I guess one to bench. Probably be Luis Diaz. Tell me about Kai Havertz. Well, Kai Havertz has been cooking, hasn't he? He's been cooking up something very, very delicious. I don't actually think he's the worst pick in the world. One of my mates in last week's stream brought him in and captained him, and it paid off wonders for him. So he is doing really well at the moment, is Kai Havertz. Captain Big Willie, Tom? No, we're not captaining Big Willie. Keep your questions coming in. Cheers for the follow, man. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Like I said, all follows and subscriptions this week are massively appreciated by me. If you do enjoy any of the content that you see, be sure to like, follow, all that good stuff. Trippier is out. Yes, should be back for game week 30 though. Should be back for game week 30. He's just out for this week. Would you wildcard this week? I mean, if your team's desperate and needs it, you've got a lot of injuries potentially, then yeah, go for it. There is a video on the channel if you want to go and check that out. I want Chan to Cliver. Already got Solanke, Morris, Doherty. All right, go for it then. All right, that works, Jay. Can you check anything on my wildcard teams? Of course. Where's the other guy, your friend? I think you mean Jake. I think you mean Jake, Louise. He doesn't do the deadline streams. He, well, yeah, he has a job. I mean, not that I don't have a job, but yeah, he's currently chefing up some good stuff for people. So, yeah, he might have it on the calf. So he might be hearing all this, and he might eventually reply. But yeah, he does the preview streams with me on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So if you do want to come along to any of those, they're really good. You know, we answer as many questions as we can. Have some good laughs. It's like completely different pace to this one. Alfie has said, "Here's my wildcard team. Any suggested changes?" I couldn't read then for a second. No, all good. You're good there, Alfie. You're very good. I do like that. Zabani Alanga, yeah. I do like Alanga as a pick. Like Solanke as well. No Salah is interesting. I would have a way to get Salah and obviously Haaland back in here. So do make sure you leave a little bit of money free. So maybe dropping Maddison to like a really, really cheap midfielder might be the option. Like Chelsea's fixtures are ridiculously good after this week as well. So that could be an option. That could be an option. I might have to go to the bathroom because my tummy is rumbling. Alex Naylor. Team's looking decent. Team's looking decent here, Alex. Could get Morris this week for Tony. He's not really been on the boil, has he, the past few weeks. Defensively as well, could do with either one of Bournemouth or a Luton defender this week for me. David Hewitt, he says, 1 free transfer. Thinking of Morris in or getting a Bournemouth defender in, both for a -4. I prefer the Morris one. I think there's more upside in that one. You've already got Doherty, so yeah, I'd probably go with Morris. There you go. There we go. Yeah, Jake, him. Senesi to Porro for a -4 worth of transfer. Not playing my wild card or free hit. Yeah, if it helps you get like good enough amount of players for next week, I think it's not a bad transfer, to be honest. Morning, Tom. Bit late team reviews. Please take a look. Don't forget, buy your mummy some flowers for tomorrow. I've sent her a card. She'll be fine with that. Any Emerson news? Yes, I'll go and look at draft time for you, mate. 2 forwards, 3 defenders, blanking on game week 29. Is that concerning? No, because that should leave you with quick maths here. 6 players, is that right? Something like that. Walker's Doherty, done. No free, hashtag no free hitting in 29. Haaland plus Dubravka, Solanke plus Neto -8. Haaland, Dubravka, Morris, Neto. I prefer the second option there. Who's to bench out of Gordon, De Bruyne and Foden? Probably Gordon. He doesn't do that good away. I told you about Kai Havertz. And George did a great kind of thing. No worries. No worries, David. Right, let's go and take a look at draft time for some predicted team news. Whew. Where am I looking? No. Where's the team news section? Have they taken it off? Oh, no. I think they've actually... No, there it is. I was just scrolling. There we go. Right, we went to look for West Ham, didn't we? West Ham. He's not there. So there's your team news for that one. They've got Cresswell in here, and I haven't seen Cresswell play for years. So I think that Emerson injury might be quite bad if he's playing. The other team I wanted to look at was Luton. Kabore back in. Oh, yeah, if Bell's injured, they're going to have to play Kabore. So if you got Kabore, actually, might be worth chucking him in. They are predicting him to play. Mengi, a few people have suggested as well. Morris here. Chong, Barkley, Townsend. What about Bournemouth? Have they got Dominic Solanke playing? They do, and they've got him down for 90 minutes. Kirkez 87, Zabania 90-minute man. All right, I think we're going to make the switch. I do think we're going to make the switch to Morris captain. Yeah, we're going to make the switch. It's done. It's done. Yeah. We're back to Solanke. We're back to Solanke. Should I make a Bell to Porro for a -4? If you need a player for next week, Pranav might be not the worst suggestion in the world. Ben says, yo, bro, we look alike. Ben, from the small glimpse of the profile picture, I can see a bit, but not a lot. Start Gusto or Delo? I'd start Gusto. You thinking Saka starting versus Brentford? Yeah, 100%. It was just illness. He should be fine. Barkley or Havertz? Oh, I never thought we'd get this question in an FPL stream. Barkley's obviously got the double and a game next week, so I think he's got that slight upside over Kai Havertz for this week. Right, let's take a look at some predicted points. Oh, there we go. Hang on. Just got to make sure we're not like doing anything wrong on TikTok. Oh, okay. There we go. Just had to verify that I'm still a person. Yes, we're still a person, TikTok. Don't worry about it. When are you rating teams? We've already done a batch, but we'll go and do some other batches before the deadline. This is the predicted points for this week. And as you can see, Solanke clear with 9.7. Semenyo, interestingly, a lot of people bringing him in, 7.8. Tavernier, 7.6. Odegaard, interestingly, with 7.5. Haaland up here with 7.3. So still pretty good captaincy choice for this week. Kluivert with 7.3. Morris, interestingly, up here with 7.2. And then Kai Havertz, who's been in recent discussions with 7 predicted points for this game week. So there are the predicted points. Again, we've gone for that new kind of outlandish kind of blue lighter kind of thing. So, yeah. Let me know what you think of that one, guys. You know that shitty feeling when you see your captain getting out of the stretcher in the double game week? Yeah, I'm familiar with it, mate. No Slanky for me. Differential. Okay, who are you going for? Who are you going for? Start Gordon or Odegaard? I'd be going Odegaard, especially off the back of this. Predicted points 4th for this week, according to Draft Hound. So, yeah, very good pick for this week. Do keep the questions coming in, guys. Like I said, we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season. So, yeah, if you do want to help me hit that goal, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Massively appreciated by me, as always. What is the name of that website? This is Draft Hound. There is a link to it in the description. There you go. Bruno or Douglas Luiz? I'd probably go Bruno, you know, if you've got him. Is there any United team news? I'll have a look, but I don't think there will be any yet. I don't think we're like overly reliant on it either, to be honest. Well, I'm not anyway. No. No team news yet. We're all good for now. No team news. No team news. Serious question. Start Palmer or Garnacho? I'd probably go Palmer, mate. That'd be my one. Score predictions for the Stags today. Who have we got? Is it Swindon at home today? Is that right? What am I doing? Mansfield. Is it Swindon? Someone tell me if it's Swindon. It is Swindon. Swindon seem like a little bit of a bogey team, and after MK, I've not got a great feeling, but I hope we can win. So I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0, but I'm not 100% confident on today. Is Kudus a good differential pick? I think he's a great pick. Really, really good pick for this week. What other websites do you recommend other than Draft Hound? Fantasy Football Fix, really good website. I'm not like affiliated with any of these guys. I used to be by Draft Hound, but not anymore. But I still use their website. It's pretty good. Draft Hound, FPL.team. That is one of the best tools on the platform. I cannot lie. It is absolutely immense. What other ones? Fantasy Football Hub is very good as well. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of these guys. Maybe they want to come knock on my door next year and then offer me something. I'm open to it, guys. Hit me up. Hit me up. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, there's some absolutely fantastic tools out there. But for me, the top few that I've been using over the past few years, FPL.team is absolutely essential. Free tool, absolutely amazing. Live FPL as well, if you're interested in like looking at your rank and stuff. Great tool. Draft Hound is the one that I've been using this season for like predicted points, looking for predicted lineups as well. Really good tool. So absolutely immense. There's some really, really good stuff out there. And then Fantasy Football Fix I've had for years. So yeah, I think I pay like £1 just to see like all the data and heat maps and stuff like that. It's what I use for all the videos. So yeah, really good tool. Is Salah a definite for minutes? Probably not, but it's Mo Salah. As soon as he declares himself fit, he starts playing. Burke worth a punt in defence. Put up 1.31 XG against Villa. Yeah, go for it. You know what, man? Go for it. Have we got any news about Solanke yet? I mean, the news is like he's just been training and that's about it. But I've reverted my captaincy back to Solanke. So yeah. Whoops. Will Chesterfield win? No, hopefully not. How was Dorking, lads? How was Dorking? Yeah, do well on that one. Which two should I start out of? Palmer, Gordon and Foden? I probably would be going Palmer and Foden for me. Triple captain Solanke. I think with the news around his like potential injury, probably not. Probably not for me. Can you rate my team? Of course I can. Of course I can. Let's have a look. There it is. Areola, Gabriel, Zabania, Aït-Nouri, Saka, Son, Foden, Palmer, Watkins, Solanke, Haaland. Pretty good team. Pretty good team. Can't complain here. Maybe go Morris for Haaland. But other than that, I think the team's looking pretty good. If you don't want to go for that way, I think this team is looking very good for this week, mate. Really good. Really good. Have we got any early team news? No. No. No early team news as of yet. Bench Foden or Haaland? I mean, I'd probably bench Foden out of that one. Am I free hitting next week? No, I'm not free hitting. Can you rate my team? I haven't had a notification for it, mate. So let me know what your Twitter handle is. Because it's not obviously pulling through. Just make sure to also drop me a follow as well. But yeah, I can't see it, mate. And I've pretty much done everybody else's team in this list. But yeah, I think we've done everybody's team in this list. So it might be hidden down the bottom and I'll take a look. But if not, best thing to do is probably drop me a follow and send it me again. Here we go. We got some. We got some. FPL Fish, he said, thoughts on free hit this week while they're all likely to play benching headache, the white goldfish. I think you mean a bench boost, don't you? A bench boost. It's not the worst bench boost in the world, you know that. It's not. It could very easily do very well. I would, like, my head is telling me recommend just going for a normal double game week. We've got some of those coming up. That's probably a better time to do it. But that's a ridiculously strong bench boost, that. I think if Watkins didn't have a midweek game, I probably would have been a little bit more tempted. But yeah, I'm going to say hold it, but that's a very, very strong that could happen. Max has said, should I start Foden again? Start Adingra or Foden? Foden for me. Foden's clear. Rest of the team looking really good. There you go, mate. There you go. Oh, just twat my mic. Yo, lads, back every week. Man, we love it. We love it. Always come back. That's what the people love. Solanke triple captain. I think with his, like I've said this throughout the stream, with him being a little bit of a doubt, I'm less keen on it. I'm a little bit less keen on it. Do I bench boost with Martinez, Ake, Botman and Garnacho? No, I think with double game weeks coming up, they're probably a little bit better. White Goldfish has sent me a very teasing one, but I think I would wait, mate. But you know, there could be a lot of points on the bench for this week. Thinking of captaining Semenyo, I don't have Solanke, so do you think he'd play enough minutes, even with the doubts around Solanke? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Shall I take a -4 for Robertson to Doherty? I mean, if you're not free hitting next week, I think that one makes sense. Yes. Play Tony or Gordon. I'd probably play Anthony Gordon. Do you have to pay to send teams on Twitter? Nope. I'd never ask for any money. You can just do it for free. Never going to ask you guys for money to send me your teams. Even if, this channel absolutely explodes overnight, I'm never, ever going to ask you guys to send me money. Like, it's not what I'm about. I don't feel qualified enough to give me my, paid advice to you guys. I just make educated guesses, and sometimes they work out. You guys absolutely love it when it works out. Sometimes they don't. I can't get everything right every single week. But I'm just offering my opinion, and sometimes that's all you need. I know, all the other ones do offer paid advice, but that's not me. It isn't. If this obviously does get bigger, which is the hope and the aim, then obviously it will become a little bit harder to get that advice from me, because a lot of people will be asking for it. But yeah, I'm never going to ask you guys for money for my advice. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, I guess. But what about the money you asked me to set? You dirty boy, George. Cannon Fodder sent his team in. Cool, we'll go and check that out in a little while, mate. Martinelli is out for Arsenal. Where have you read that? I read that he was okay. If you've got sources elsewhere, do let me know. Who you putting the armband on this week? We've got it on Solanke, but it's been on Morris. It's been on Saka. It's been flying around the armband this week a little bit. How do we send teams? If you follow me on Twitter at FPLTom_ and leave it under my pinned tweet, I will review it there. If you're on the TikTok stream as well and want to come over to the YouTube stream, we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season. So if you do enjoy any of the content that you see, hit that subscribe button and follow button and all that good stuff. How do I send my team? Like I said, drop me a follow on Twitter at FPLTom_ and leave it under this tweet, if it will work. This tweet right here. This pinned one at FPLTom_. Like I said, this pinned tweet right here. And that will be your ticket to me reviewing it. There you go. Shall I take a -4 for Robertson to Doherty? No. Is triple captain worth it this week with Solanke? I think with him being an injury doubt, no. I wouldn't say so. Same to answer that question. I'm not 100% keen on triple captain Solanke this week. It could pay off if he features in both games. It is an amazing double. But I think realistically, with him not training and the games being in quite short succession, he might see some reduced minutes. Solanke injury news. I mean, all we've got to work off is the Iriola quotes yesterday that he's okay and should be available for the week. But yeah, he's not featured in full training all the time. Cheers for that. Cheers for sending me the team. Appreciate that. Would you captain Morris or Solanke? I'm currently on Solanke, but I have been toying with the idea of Carlton Morris. Rogue captain Clivert instead of Solanke. I'm not 100% keen on it. Who to bench? Gordon, Palmer, or Tavernier? Probably Anthony Gordon for me. Blimey, the questions are absolutely flying in, guys. You're going to captain Morris. He won't get a sniff against Palace. We'll wait and see. Cheers for the follow as well. Appreciate that, man. Right, let's go and see what you guys have been sending me on Twitter. We've had a few more filter through, so let's go and check those out. Cannon Fodder's team here. He's got 1 free transfer, 1.9 million in the bank. Currently have 6 players for game week 29. If I get Bowen in for Gordon, I'll have 7. Game week 29, should I still free hit? No, I wouldn't. I think you'd be fine with that, mate, to be honest, because you've got Son, you've got Watkins. If realistically you wanted to get 1 transfer in this week, you could do Haaland to Morris. That would also give you a player for next week. Then go and get Bowen next week. That will give you a pretty good 8. You know what I mean? I feel then you'd have all the big boys. You get a doubler for this week as well. Just an idea. Just an idea, mate. Maybe even take Conzer out. Not Conzer out. Verge out for maybe a Luton defender. Just an idea. What other teams have we been sent in? Here we go. FPL Harry, he says, not free hitting next week. I think I've planned well. Also, do I maybe start Palmer or Robinson? If so, for who? Good question. I think both are okay on the bench, but you might get some points off them. But I can't. I feel I prefer everyone who's playing over these other guys on the bench, to be honest. So, yeah. I think you have planned very well, though. Good for you, mate. Drawn Stormo? We're going to go with that. Genuinely lost. What to do? Help. No worries, mate. We got 2 doublers. You're fine. Gabriel, there's a good player. Gordon, Foden, Saka, Son, Palmer, Haaland, Watkins, Solanke. I think this team's fine. I think you're in a really good position here, mate. Really good position. If you wanted to take Haaland out and get Morris in, I wouldn't be against it. But other than that, I think this team is fine as is. I think there's some really good players in here. You've got doublers. You've got definitely captaincy shouts in here. So I think you're fine. I think you're good. You're panicking over nothing. We've just been sent another one, I think. Yeah, here we go. Yahasia? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that one. Should I buy Barkley for a Dingra? Yeah, I'd do that. I'd do that move. I'd be all for that move. I'm up for that. Rest of the team look good. It's Jamie. That's my bench boost. Oh, Jamie. It's filthy. That's a great bench boost. Look at this. That is a fantastic bench boost. Team's looking very strong as well. Great little bench boost there. Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. That's how a bench boost should look. Full of doublers. Love it. Love that for you, mate. Islam, he says, 1 free transfer, 0.4 million in the bank. What should I do? Option 1, I sell Tony and Van Dijk for Solanke and Zabania and free hit next week. Option 2, sell Haaland and KDB this week for Solanke and Bowen. And then next week, sell Garnacho and Solanke for Maddison and Watkins and save my free hit. I think I prefer option 2. I genuinely think I prefer option 2 there, my friend. Prefer option 2. Saves your free hit, because I think 34 is a more beneficial free hit, in my personal opinion. But it's up to you guys. It really is up to you guys. I can't tell you which chip strategy is better or which one's worse. You do you. But you know what? I think the second option for me is the better one. But don't come to shoot me if it doesn't quite work out. But yeah, that'd be my advice on that one. What other questions have I missed? Let's take a look. Oh, what? You shouldn't have you shouldn't have that, mate. You shouldn't have that. It should let you do it. Hi, Tom. Hopefully back for the run-in to the deadline. Got one more free transfer to use. Thinking of Estepinian to Porro for the upside. Still undecided if Kaminsky will outscore Kelleher for a -4, but 3 fixtures versus 1. Yeah, I get that 3 fixtures versus 1, but Luton are pretty poor at XG conceded. But you do get the double, so go for it. Go for it, mate. I think it'll work out. When you planned on free hitting and wildcarding, 34 is currently the free hit week. And then wildcard is 30, 31, 32. Any of those weeks. Start Gordon or Foden? I'm more in favour of Foden. Is KDB to Barkley worth a -4? I mean, he's got the double in a game next week. So if you are on maybe non-free hit 29, could be an option. Cheers for the team, Jamie. Appreciate that one. Who do I put in Neto in for? Kudu, Saka, Foden, Son, or Watkins? None of them. Genuinely none of them. I prefer all of those. Should I free hit in 29? I think if you've got 6 or less players, yes. Who should I start? Alanga or Maddison? I'd go Alanga. Thanks, mate. Pretty happy with that. Not going to lie. Good. I sent you my team. Please review it. Cool. Seems like we're getting a lot of teams sent in. Yes, I will go and check teams. Like I said, guys, they don't always filter through. We've had a shit ton just sent in there. But yeah, they don't always filter through. So I will go and have a scan and check that they're there. But the best thing that you can do is follow me, because sometimes that helps it out. And then they might be hidden away in like the hidden replies. But I'll go and take a look. I had 2 free transfers. Thinking of doing Walker to Doherty, Haaland to Morris, and Foden to Barkley for a -4. Or should I sell Richarlison instead of Foden? I'd be getting rid of Richarlison over Foden for me personally this week. But I don't necessarily think the -4 is required unless you're planning on not using the free hit next week. Walker to Doherty, Haaland to Morris. Yeah, I don't think the -4 bit's necessary. I think the first 2 transfers are fine. I don't necessarily think that -4 is worth it. Start Palmer or Foden? Oh, that's a toughie. That is really, really tough. I think back the home fixture and back the better fixture for Chelsea. But Foden has been in absolutely immense form. Got a rest midweek, so I think it honestly is a 50-50 split. You're probably better just flipping a coin, because that is a really, really difficult decision. Like the triple captain use as well there. Use transfers, but don't know who to bench. Haaland on the bench is rogue. I'd be putting Haaland in over Gordon, 100%. Kabore, I think, is going to play now, so Kabore over Cash. There you go, mate. Those would be my transfer suggestions there for you, Joel. Those would be mine. Right, let's go and have a look, see if I've missed anybody's team. Again, apologies, they don't always filter through. So do make sure you are following me. That does help it out a little bit. But we'll have a look, see if there's any that I have missed. If I have missed any and they don't filter through, try sending them to me again. But like I said, it sometimes just doesn't work for whatever reason. Barney. We haven't done Barney Matthews. He says, do I start Gordon or Douglas Luiz? And would you recommend taking a -4 for anyone? I think I prefer Douglas Luiz over Gordon this week. -4 for anyone? Probably not. I think you're good there, Barney. Ethan, we haven't done. 1 free transfer. Thinking Torres to Doherty or bringing another Bournemouth defender. I prefer the Torres to Doherty one. I prefer Torres to Doherty. Did that one. Right, let's have a look what's hidden away down here. No more are hidden, so if I have missed them, they haven't obviously filtered through. Cheers for all the follow, guys. No early team news as of yet as well. Let's see what's been kicking off in the YouTube chat. Good numbers in here, guys. Make sure to be liking the stream, pushing it out to more people. Subscribing as well if you are new. Like I said, we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season. It's a big goal, but I think we can do it. Right. What question was the last one I did? I think it was that one. Hi, Tom. I've sent my team. Start phoning Palmer. Can you check my team, please? I've gone through everyone's team, so if I didn't see your team... Yep. Hi, Tom. I'm a new subscriber here. Appreciate that, man. Love that. First time in a while I'm relaxed before a deadline. I think I can agree with that. I'm on wildcard 28. Should I get Barkley or Palmer? Probably Barkley. I'm not free hitting in 29. What chip strategy should I follow from then on? I probably would be looking, if you're not free hitting in 29, to 34, because it's a weird blank/double, and the teams that are doubling, you don't really want to own like longer term a lot of assets. It's like Everton and Manchester United, so it's like, yeah, I'll want like 2 or 3 for that week, but I don't want them longer term. You know what I mean? Should I start Gross or Watkins? Watkins 100%. Morning, Tom. Morning, man. How you doing? James Ward-Prowse or Kudus? Kudus 100%. Bench one of KDB, Foden, Palmer, or Garnacho? Garnacho for me. Start Virgil van Dijk, Branthwaite or Lamptey? I'd back Branthwaite. Have a little bit of fun with Branthwaite. Worth Haaland to Solanke for a -4? I think if you're going to captain him, yes. No worries, man. No worries. Bench Haaland or Foden? I would bench Foden out of Haaland. Senesi to Porro for a -4 or start 8 Nori? I'd start 8 Nori. Are people that confident Luton will beat Palace, Barkley and Morrison's? I mean, people are that confident. They really, really are. People are really, really confident about it. Like I said, guys, do keep those subscriptions flying in. All the likes, the follows, massively appreciated by me, as always, on this stream. We are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers, like I said, by the end of the season. So if you do want to help me out, do hit that subscribe button. Massively appreciated by me, as always. Triple Solanke or Morris? I mean, I probably wouldn't use the triple captainship this week, especially with Morris being a little... Solanke being a little bit like touch and go. But yeah, I think there's going to be some other weeks that will pop up. Bench Saka, Foden, Palmer or Garnacho? I probably would bench Garnacho. Solanke, Watkins, Semenyo, which one should I bench? Probably Watkins. You play your doublers there. Muniz or Bailey to start? Probably go Muniz. Do I start KDB? Yeah, sure. Play Foden or Bowen? Back the fixture, go Bowen. Should I start Palmer or Gross? Palmer for me. Sell KDB and bring Salah in or Son? I probably would do Son for the next few weeks over Salah, just while he regains his match fitness. Worth Garnacho to Bowen for a -4. If you're not planning on free hitting, I think that move makes sense. But if not, then otherwise leave it. Cheers for sending me a team. We'll go and check that out in a little while. Luton will not beat Palace. We'll see what happens. Palace will not allow them to beat them twice in a season. De Bruyne to Kluivert. Yes, I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced by Justin Kluivert. Transfer made on double Luton defence. What have I done? I hope it works out, man. I hope it works out. Robert said, up the Stags. Let's go, baby. Up the Stags. Bowen, Watkins, or Son and Tony. Bowen and Watkins. 100%. Triple captain Solanke. Like I said, with him being a little bit touch and go, I'm a little bit hesitant if I was on a triple captain. Play Bailey or Palmer. I'd play Palmer. Tony or Neto. Tony. TikTok just said, great job. You've been live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. My arse is a little bit touch and go. That's touch and go as well. Bench Garnacho or KDB. I'd bench Garnacho there off the cut. Do keep the questions flying in. Keep the likes coming in as well, guys. Massively appreciated by me, as always. Bench Tony or KDB. Probably Tony. Will Salah play? Yeah, I think he'll play. Favourite Bournemouth players to bring in, except Solanke, probably be one of the defenders. Zabani is a pretty solid shout, to be honest, for 4.5 million. I have my triple captain chip. Should I save it? I think I would. With him being a little bit like of a potential minutes risk, I think I'd save it. We're going to get some other doubles coming up. 34, 37. That's probably the week to go for it. I have Saka, Gross, Foden, Palmer, Son in midfield. Who should I bench so that I can accommodate my front three? Gross, easy. Ake or Kabore. According to Draft Town, Kabore is going to play, so I'd back on Kabore. Best De Bruyne replacement. I have 20 mil in the bank. Jesus. Son's a really good shout if you're not free hitting next week. Salah, if you've not got a wild card, is probably going to be the one. Joe's asked, what is the logic behind saving the free hit? Well, for me, I can get a good number of players out. And I think the teams that are obviously featuring next week, there's not a lot of quality. Outside of Watkins, Son, and for me now, Pedporo and Bowen, like, what other realistically players would, like, I'd be absolutely dying to hit that free hit button for? There isn't. And with me, if I can save it till 34, it gives me a chance to get in doublers, avoid the blanks, and, like, just take full advantage of that double game week. Because, like I said, it's going to be a lot of teams that aren't, like, high-quality teams, if that makes sense. It's like Everton, Manchester United, where realistically, you don't want to hold those assets longer term. So that's the kind of strategy behind it at the moment. KDB to Son or Bowen for a -4. If Son to Bowen. Probably Son. I haven't used any of my chips yet. What should I do? That's fine. That's fine. It depends what your team looks like in 29. If it needs the free hit, it needs the free hit. So use it. That's fine. There's doubles coming up in 34 and 37. So those will be the weeks that you'll play your chips. Wildcard again, all dependent on chip strategy, like which way you're going. Cheers, Tom. Not free hitting next week, so go Son. Wonderful stuff, my friend. When are you planning on free hitting, bench boosting, wildcarding? Wildcard will be 30, 31 or 32. Free hit will be 34. Bench boost will be 37. Done. There you go. I don't have Solanke and I don't plan to free hit in 29. Is it worth to bring him in for a hit this week and sell him again next week for another hit? I'd probably only bring him in if I was going to captain him. That would probably be the only reason. Salah or Son. I think I'd go Son for the next few weeks. Porro, Burn or Ake to start. Probably go Porro. -4, Haaland to Morris. Again, depends if you need him for next week. Yeah, Morris to Haaland if you don't have the free hit. Should I buy Barkley for a dinger? Yeah. I'd bench Diaz over Foden. Yep. Good. Jamie's on the same page as me. Sent my team, bro. No worries. We'll go and check some of those out. I have no doublers for this week. And Estupinian, which no longer starts. Thoughts on a wild card to get a doubler in and leave myself with 11 players who play next week. The problem with that, Adam, is I don't think you're going to want the players that feature next week, like, longer term, if that makes sense. I think you could get sort of, if you can get a team out for next week, save that wild card till 30. Like this week, get a doubler, get a Luton player, then maybe like dead end into next week. That could be better. Extra 4 matches this week or guaranteed 22 matches later. I don't know what exactly. Just called Man United not a high quality team. They're not. Like, how many realistically, how many times have you owned a United asset this season? Like, I've had triple Villa, I've had triple Spurs, I've had triple Arsenal, I've had triple Chelsea based on their fixtures. At no point have I had above 2 United players. I had Bruno at the start of the year, and now I've got Garnacho because he's just a good enabler. If he wasn't 5 million, would not be in my team. It's the truth. Like, you can argue it all you like, but that's the truth. Do I be different and captain Morris over Slanky? I definitely think it's an option. Morris is up there for one of the highest predicted point scorers for this week. -4 to get Doherty, not free hitting in 29. Yep. Will Porro play? I've brought him in and hoping for the best, so let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. Has there been any team news yet? I'll go and check that out. Who is the best Dublin mid in your opinion? Probably Ross Barkley or Tavernier, but I'm not too keen on either of them. Right, let's go and take a look. I think some of you guys have sent me their team news as well. Yeah. Okay, well, we've had no other teams filter through here, so if you have sent me a teams, it might not have filtered through, so you might need to send them me again. We'll have a look. We'll scroll down. Doesn't look like we've had any other ones, unless they're like hidden away in the hidden bit. But we'll have a scroll. We did that one. We did that one. Ah, here we go. Rinrel? 1 free transfer, free hit next week. Suggest a transfer, also Branthwaite or Mengi. I'd back Mengi. Have a little bit of fun with it this week. Free hitting next week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I mean, realistically, it depends when you're wildcarding, because like I can't really recommend a transfer if you free hit. It depends if you're free hitting then wildcarding. If you're free hitting then wildcarding, Morris, get another doubler. You can get him out in 30. That's fine. Other than that, I don't think necessarily I'd be like overly keen on making a transfer. I think you're fine. I genuinely think you're fine. Yeah, there you go. What other teams have we been sent in? Is there any other ones? There aren't any other ones. So if you have sent me a team and it hasn't filtered through, do drop me a follow, because that might help it out. And make sure you're leaving it under this tweet here, the pinned tweet on my Twitter post. But yeah, let's go and take a look at some questions that are flying in. Right. Has there been any early team news today? Nope. About to hit confirm on Flecken to Neto and Garnacho to Chong. I'm not keen on Chong. I'm not keen on Chong, mate. Yeah, they're god-awful, aren't they? Would you buy a Bournemouth defender or Porro with no free hit? Probably Porro. Who would you bench? Maddison, Bailey or Odegaard? Maddison is probably the best one, but Villa fan. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards Maddison or Bailey. Morning, Tom. How are you, fella? I've got a bit of a dilemma. Who to bench out of Foden, Son, Saka, Palmer and KDB? Oof. Oh, that's a toughie. That is honestly one of the ridiculous benches I've seen. KDB and Foden have had a rest, so I think they'll play, but it's going to be a tough game. Son, Saka, Palmer. Probably between Palmer and KDB. Like, that's... Like, it's ridiculously tough, and I think you could end up with something mental. Hi, Tom. Haaland, Gordon, and Turner to Morris, Bowen, and Neto for a -12. Or just play Areola. Just play Areola, mate. Eze or Clivert have enough players for next week? Clivert, then. Get the double. Start Gordon, Burn, or Regulon? Start Gordon. Mike TC. Who the hell is that? Who's Michael Edwards? Who is he? Who to bench, Palmer or Garnacho? Garnacho. Mate, it's going to happen. It happens every single week, doesn't it? Someone mentions a random ass player. Happened with Jordan Ayew a few weeks ago. Naturally hauled. Should I take Morris to Solanke to Nunes, Bowen, Palmer? I went for a hit. Yeah, go for it. No, not worth it. Not worth it, Stanley. -4, Hwang to Clivert, then bench Palmer. Nah, I'd play Palmer, I think. Who should I get for Palmer? I have 10 million. Why are you taking Palmer out? He's fine. Our class sporting director is back. Get in there. I'm going for Chong, knowing slot can be moved for 29. After that, he replaced with Palmer. Barkley minutes longer, but... All right. Go for it. Go for it, mate. I hope it works out. Doherty hat-trick, yeah. We'll take that. Looking at the poll for captaincy this week. 84% for Dominic Solanke, which is absolutely wild. 9% for Morris, 2% for Saka, interestingly, and then 5% for Haaland. So, looks like Solanke is going to be leading the way. Areola or Dubravka? I'd go Areola. Sorry, mate, first team didn't send through. Can you have a look again? Yeah, for you, man. I'll have a look. I'm nice. Might have come through this time. Yeah, there we go. It's come through. So I'll take a look at that in a second. Ben, he sent me his team. Sorry, he's got one free transfer. Any suggestions? Areola, Burn, Virgil, Saliba, Saka, De Bruyne, Foden. Okay, there's no Solanke in here, so I'd be going and getting Solanke or a Morris, and I'd probably be going to get one of the defenders as well for someone like Virgil van Dijk for I think a -4 could be justified for that. So yeah, Darwin out. Whack in Morris or Solanke, and then Virgil out for one of the Bournemouth or Luton defenders. Lucas brought in Solanke this week. Not free hitting in 29. Worth a -4. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I think it'll be worth a -4, especially if you're giving him the armband. So you got 1, 2, 3 defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, good. I like it. I really, really like it. Really good team. I'm on board with you, mate. I'm on board with you. We're here. Let's check if we've got any early team news. Looks like a lot of the FPL community are captaining Dominic Solanke. We're all feeling a little bit more happy, I guess, about his potential things. Palmer or Son? I'd go Son. Do I bench Salah? I have Clivert, Son, Saka, Barkley, Haaland. Yeah, I'd do that. Who is my cap? It's currently Solanke. It is currently Solanke. For Neto? No, Jake. Are you like get Foden back in? Don't listen to those idiots. Benching Foden for Neto. Pedro? No. Jake, right? Foden. We're gonna get it up on screen right now. All right. Okay. This is the past 5 game weeks. These are every player. Right. On screen right now is every player. Okay. Foden is the 3rd highest scoring player over the past 5. Most shots on target. What's that? 2, 4, like 5th or 6th for expected assists. 5th for XG. 6th for expected assists. Top for predicted fantasy points over the past few weeks. Get Foden back in that team now. What do you think of triple captain Morris? I mean, if it works out, mate, go for it. Go for it. Solanke or Haaland captain? I think go with the majority. Go with Solanke this week. Do you think Powell will be fine for game week 29? I hope so. Like, for people's sake. I've got Konza, like, piddling about. Hopefully he's fine as well. Solanke or Morris captain? Yes, I'm captaining Solanke as well. So I'd probably go Solanke. Garnacho or Palmer? I'm leaning more towards Palmer. Palmer all the way, baby. Oh, thank you for that. Manchester United, Everton predictions. Oh, that's a good shout. That is a good shout. We do have my predictions for this week. We'll have a quick run through of them. And then we'll answer any of your guys' final questions. I've actually gone for a 2-1 win for Everton. Yeah. Bournemouth 3-0 win over Sheffield United. 1-1 between Palace and Luton. 2-0 win for Fulham over Wolves. A 2-0 win for Arsenal over Brentford. A 2-1 win for Tottenham over Aston Villa. 1-1 between Forest and Burnley. Brighton, sorry. West Ham to win 3-1 at Burnley. Liverpool City, I've gone for 3-3. Could be an interesting game. And then Chelsea Newcastle, I've gone for a Newcastle 2-1 win. What do you think of triple captaining Carlton Morris? It's rogue, isn't it? It is rogue, but it might work out. Bowen Barkley, if I'm not on the free hit for 29. Barkley's obviously got the double, but I think Bowen's the better player. Start one of 8 Nori, Virgil van Dijk or Pau Torres, 8 Nori. Lamptey or Porro, probably go Porro. Tav or Cliver, probably Tavernier. What did you say about Palmer or Son again? I lagged out. I said Son. There you go. I said Son. I did say Son. So these are my predictions for this week. Would you TC Solanke knowing the possible injury news? No, I'm a little bit more hesitant about it with him being potentially injured. Well, like not potentially injured, but like could see reduced minutes. Manchester United Everton. I went for a Everton 2-1 win. Just subscribe. I need help. Should I start Watkins or Gross? Watkins. And welcome, man. Welcome to the FPL Tom. Are we a family? We're a very disorganised family, if we are. Like, you wouldn't want to be part of this family. Do keep the subscriptions coming in, guys. Like I said, we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season. Fan pack. What the hell's that, Jake? Oh, Jake's joined as a member. Oh, I love that. He can spam it. He's got it. Yes, he's got the Akins in the chat. Let's go, baby. Yeah, there is membership, guys. It's 99p if you want to get some Akins memes. I'll make some more. I'll make some more if we get some more of those. Absolutely love that from you. Thank you, Jake, for joining the members. It does cost 99p to become a member of the channel. You will get priority in chats. You also will get... what else will you get? You'll get some cool little gifts that you can send in. Based on this, should I start Robinson over Porro? No, I'd probably go Porro. Who should I... who should I behind? All right, you might want to type that one out again, FPL Aguero. Areola or Leno? Go Areola. 8 Nori, even though you predicted them losing 2-0. Yeah, like I can predict certain things, but I still think that he's a good option. Okay, Foden is back. Good. Bench Foden or Gordon? Gordon. Dub Jake. Should I bench boost with Garnacho, Botman and Taylor? No, I think there'll be better weeks. Cheers for sending me a team. Start KDB versus Liverpool or Garnacho versus Everton. Already have Haaland and Foden in my team. I'd still think I'd go KDB. What do you think about Morgan Gibbs-White as a punt? I'd like him. I like Alanga as well. I think they're both really good picks for future weeks coming up. Start one of 8 Nori, Virgil van Dijk and Torres. I think I went 8 Nori for this one. Garnacho or Palmer? I've said Palmer. Who should I bring in for game week 28 to 30? Doherty or Robinson? I'd bring in Doherty. He's got the double. Start Areola or Leno? Areola. Barkley or Bailey on the wild card? I probably will go Barkley there, mate, for that one. Right, this is probably going to be the last team review I do. It hasn't pulled through. It's not going to be... yeah, I think I'm going to pretty much cut it off there, to be honest, guys, for team reviews. I just want to solely focus on trying to answer as many questions for the final 10 minutes of today's stream. Foden or Garnacho? Foden for me. Foden 100%. Captain Salah, Saka or Haaland? Probably Saka would be leading the ones out of all those options. But yeah, do keep the questions coming in. We've got about 10 minutes till the deadline. Like I said, we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel by the end of the season. So if you do enjoy the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Should I take a -4 for Neto to Areola? No. I don't think there's too much upside in that. Bench Gross or Palmer? I'd be benching Gross. Cliver captain this week? Probably not for me. What is the verdict on Raul coming back? I'm going to Haaland to Muniz. He's not back for this week. He should be back for 29 though. But I think with Munez's form, I think he'll still start. Do you plan on getting Salah back game week 30? Come on, great enablers in the game right now. Or can you not afford to get both Haaland and Salah? I can, because I'll probably be wildcarding in 30, 31 or 32. So I'll be able to get him back in. Is Solanke starting? We don't have any early team news on that one. Should I start Echepinian or Shaw? I would go Shaw. Virgil and Haaland to Doherty and Morris for a -4. Not free hitting in 29. Yep, that's pretty good. That works. Salah and Nunez, my vice and capito. Oof, interesting. Foden or Palmer? I'd be going Foden. I really would. That's all good. I went for a -12. Trippier, Haaland, KDB, and Adebayo. I got Morris, Solanke, Kyrgios, and my boy Cliver opinions. Good. All right. I'm not 100% convinced, like I've said throughout the stream, on the midfield options for both Bournemouth and Luton, but watch it come back to bite me in the arse. Areola or Leno? I've done this one about 5 times. Areola. Alternatively, Solanke captain with his injury doubt. Yeah, I've gone for it just because I feel like everyone else is going for it, but there is obviously good options this week, Morris being one of them. Right, let's have a check if there's any early team news as well, guys. I mean, Bournemouth are bait. Look at this. This is on the Bournemouth official account. And I were to get those double game week players in ahead of your team, and they've put Dominic Solanke here. Absolute bait. Bait. Phil Foden wants to extend his Manchester City deal with a contract that will make him one of the top earners at the club. Interesting. 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 No other early team news though, guys. So if you are reliant on it, we don't have any yet. Sold Haaland and Foden to Barkley and Morris. What am I doing? You're not alone, my friend. You're not alone. Should I bench Virgil van Dijk for Anderson and Palmer for Gordon? Yes. Start Palmer or KDB? Probably go Palmer, but again, it could be very close. I can play 7 players in game week 29. Only playing for my mini league though. No, I think there's more upside in free hitting a little bit later. Start Porro, Virgil van Dijk or Gusto. I think Gusto would probably be my top pick there. Should I bench boost Flecken, Aitnori, Douglas Luiz, Powell? No, there will be better weeks to use a bench boost. Might be getting Muniz in for game week 30, enabling me to get Salah. He is a really good enabler at 4.5 million. The only thing I would say though is the fact that Jimenez is going to be back in training and should be back for game week 29. So it could potentially impact his minutes. Maybe it puts him off the boil. They usually only play like a 1-striker formation as well. Getting cold feet about benching the legend that is Douglas Luiz. Doesn't it make more sense to start him over Foden? For me, in my personal opinion, no. Like I think he could do extremely well, but they did have a game midweek. I think he played the full 90 as well. Foden had a rest midweek. Like I spoke about earlier and showed on screen, he is top of a lot of data metrics over the past 5 game weeks. He has been cooking. Like literally cooking. Frying the egg. Triple captain Solanke, I think with him being a little bit of an injury out, probably not. I think he's worth the captaincy, not the triple captaincy though, for this week. Oh, George is in. Welcome. I appreciate that, man. That's our 2nd member of the channel. I'm going to have to start doing some more member stuff, aren't I? I'll take a look at getting some member cool badges and stuff for you guys. But if you do want to become a member of the channel, it does cost 99p for the month. You will get priority in the chat, as always. You'll obviously get priority when I do review teams as well. And you also get to send in some cool things. There it is. There's the Jeffrey Schlupp. There's the Jeffrey Schlupp gifts. Absolutely love that one. Is Solanke starting? Still no early team news on that one. Bench one of them, Foden, Palmer or Garnacho. Garnacho for me. John's asking for a big Chong brace. I hope it works out for you, man. There we go. Bench one. I did that one. Big Jeff. I know, what a throwback. That's when I first made these gifts. I need to update them. Who should we have? Who should we have as like the members only emotes? Let me know who we should have as the member only emotes. Gordon or Bailey? I'd probably lean more towards Gordon. Gusto or Burn? I'd probably lean more towards Gusto. Bench Watkins, Maddison or Palmer? I'd probably bench Maddison this week. Do keep your questions coming in. Like I said, guys, if you're on the TikTok stream and want to come over to the YouTube chat, it does move a little bit slower as we are fastly approaching the deadline as well. I can't answer all of your questions. Name a footballer for an edit. Lucas Akins. There you go, mate. Foden or Palmer? Probably Foden. There's a Paul Dummett. There's a Paul Dummett. Dawson would be a shout. I think we'll have to get a Craig Dawson one going. We'll get a Craig Dawson one going. Don't worry about that, guys. 5 minutes to the deadline. Yes, there is. Mid, Son, Garnacho, Saka, Bowen, Foden, bench 1. Probably Garnacho. KDB to Son worth a -4. If you're not free hitting next week, yes. Very jealous of your Bowen this week. Can't justify another -4. Already done that for Walker to Sabania. Yeah, I think he could pop off this week against Burnley. I hope anyway. Bring in Mendy, Luton defender, Phil Hill bag. I hope it works out for you, Alex. Sorry. I hope it works out for you, Alex. Do keep the questions coming in, guys. Is it worth TC in Solanke if everyone else is going to captain him anyway? No, because there are going to be other double game weeks coming up. So, you know, it might be more beneficial to do it that way. But yeah, we'll get some more emotes going. So I reckon we'll keep the ones we've got. We've got a Paul Dummett. We've got a Jeffrey Schlupp. We've got a Lucas Akins. We will get... Willian is a very strong shout. We'll get a big Willie one in. And not the player. Yeah. I'm fully agree with that one. So we'll get a Willian in and we'll get a Craig Dawson in. There we go. Foden, Haaland or 8 Nori, bench 1. I would bench 8 Nori. Tom, I've narrowed it down. Palmer or Foden to bench 1. That's a tough, like genuinely, that is probably right up there as one of the toughest ones. And for me, like it's a 50-50 split. I think the form that Foden's in, I probably would bench Palmer, but it could massively backfire that one. Should I triple captain Solanke? Not for me. Tom, more people should be watching you. You're the governor. Well, let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. We've built it up nicely throughout this season. If we could finish the year on 5k, it would be great. Should I play any of these over Garnacho, 8 Nori, Douglas Luiz or Palmer? Probably not, no. Who'd start, Branthwaite, Van Dijk or Gusto? I'd go Gusto. Is Saka playing? Yeah, he should be fine. For this week. Should be fine for this week. Do keep the questions coming in. We've got about 3 minutes till the deadline. Make sure you're getting your teams locked and loaded as well. Ake or Porro? I probably would gamble that Porro is going to start. I have, so let's go for it. When should I triple captain then? There's going to be a double in 34 or 37. I think Haaland might be doubling again in 37, so he offers himself up as a really good option there. Solanke fit? I mean, they've said he should be available for the games, but he's not been in full team training and missed some training sessions this week. Start Reguilon or Van Heck? I'd go Van Heck. Genuinely a class, relatable content creator, Tom. Much love. Keep up the grind from Ireland. I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate that. I hope you guys, just enjoy the content, really. Like, I am just a regular person. I'm not like anything special. And, yeah, I try and give you my best advice. I hope. And we just have a good laugh along the way. Bowen to Son or Morris to Haaland? I'd do the second one, Morris to Haaland, Timmy. Got to be worth it. Could have a bag fully fit or not. A what? What do you mean by that, Rob? What do you mean? I'm guessing you're talking about Solanke, but I've missed half the chat. So, yeah. Update me what you mean. We've got a minute till the deadline, so do get your teams locked and loaded as always, guys. Solanke news, we don't have anything ahead of the deadline, I don't think. Quickly check that for you guys. No. Nothing else ahead of the deadline. 8 Nori over Watkins. No, I'd play Watkins. Only thing I'm never forgiving you is for Jordan Ayew. Bro, there's always going to be one. Oh, Solanke. He's worth the captain, not worth the triple captain, in my opinion. That's the opinion I'm going with. Could backfire, but it is what it is. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Bloody Jordan Ayew. What a guy. It has just struck 11 o'clock on my computer, so I'm just going to refresh that. Yeah, the deadline has now closed. So, yeah. Unfortunately, if you do have any other questions, hopefully Gabriel does a Dawson tonight. I mean, we can all hope. We can all hope and dream, can't we? I will stay live for 5 minutes, answer any of your guys' questions. Obviously, blank game week 29 up next week. A lot of probably questions about that. Salah going to go nuts tomorrow, isn't he? I don't know. We'll wait and see. It'll be an interesting game. It will be an interesting game. Yeah, we'll stay live for like 5 minutes. I do need the bathroom. I've needed the shit since about 10. I can't lie to you guys. I have needed the shit since about 10. But we're here. We've grinded through. We have grinded through, just about. Like I said, guys, do keep your questions coming in. What was you going to look at? Yeah, we'll look at these. We'll leave it on this screen for a bit. Georgia sent in the Lucas Akins. Let's go, baby. These are my predictions for this week. Good luck for the game week. Yeah, good luck to you as well, man. These are my predictions for this week. Everton win over United. A Bournemouth cruising win over Sheffield United. A Palace 1-1 between them and Luton. Wolves, they're going to lose to Fulham this week. Arsenal are going to beat Brentford. Spurs are going to beat Villa. 1-1 between Forest and Brighton. West Ham are going to beat Burnley. City, Liverpool, going to be a classic in my eyes. 3-3. And then Newcastle are going to beat Chelsea 2-1. Like I said, guys, we'll stay alive for a little bit. But, yeah. We'll any questions? Any questions about free hitting? Get them in. But I'm going to have to go to the toilet at some point. Just at some point, we're gonna have to go. But yeah, it might have to go now. We might have to go now, to be honest. It's like creeping. It's creeping out. It is creeping out. Right, I think we're gonna leave the stream there because I physically can't hold in a shit any longer. But yeah, thank you everyone who's been in the stream today. There will be a video out later on the channel as well, so do hit that subscribe button if you want to see more FPL content. But I'm gonna go and shit my literal lungs out. Thank you for becoming a member, Anton. Absolutely appreciate that very much. So thank you for that one, mate. But I am gonna have to go because I'm gonna shit myself. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit.